Hey guys, it's your boy Rugby League Roundup back here with another episode of Beyond the Tryline podcast. Today is episode 14 and we are doing the 2026 St. George Illawarra Dragons review. That time has come and I'm glad to be here with the Saints podcast with Julian and Elijah. How are you, lads?
Yeah, good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Very keen to get into the footy talk, and we've got a lot to review today. We're going to quickly recap the 2025 season. Then we'll go through the signings, the training trialists, and then a couple of more things with assistant coaches and all that stuff. And then we'll go through a predicted lineup as well towards the end. Yep. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sweet. Sweet.
So to start, I just want to get your thoughts from both of you. What was your thoughts on the 2025 season? Because in my opinion, it was a good season, but there was a few tiny mishaps with injuries and stuff.
Jules, do you want to go first? Or?
Yeah, I'll go first. Look, I'd say because we finished 15th, and it just the way our season went, it doesn't show that we were a 15th place team. Like, we had tough, gritty wins, a few losses, but the losses were like 3 by 1 point, and we only lost 2 or 3 games by 13 plus. So I'd say the injuries took a toll towards the back end, but there was a lot of positives too.
Yeah. Elijah, what are your thoughts?
Well, on the similar note to Julian, I think that there was lots of glimpses, but I think one thing that really stood out to me was our discipline. We were making too many handling errors, and I think that although we lost those games by 1 point, we wouldn't have been in those positions if we didn't, make an error after, if we didn't concede after making an error. We can't back up our defense at some points in the season was shocking, I'll be honest. Although there was some glimpses where we looked very good in attack-wise, but it was too stagnant and too inconsistent for us to play finals footy. And I do agree. I do think injuries played a big part in the season. If you look at when we started getting all the forwards injured and when we got Val injured in July, we were sitting around the 8th to 10th spot. And I think when you don't have those quality players like that, I feel like it really starts to take a toll on you. That's why I feel like this year, a clean slate, I feel like I do believe we will. One thing that I've been told that we've been focused on is that late game situations. I feel like when we go down the field to get in position for a field goal or to make a good play, the execution was just not there. So I feel like, I feel like we'll improve there. There were some glimpses. I think there's, lots of hope for the future, bro. I do.
Yeah, I agree. And especially with that game management sort of stuff that you were talking about with the 1 point losses. I think Daniel Atkinson, I know there's a lot of hype and I don't want to overhype it yet because I'm not fully convinced, but I have some sort of hope that he will try and win us or get us over the line with some games because I've seen him kick a field goal and that's something that we didn't see at all last year. I don't even know we got to properly attempt it.
And that's the thing. I feel like laid down the stretches, we all know the ball is going to Val Holmes. And although Lockie, Ilias, and Dodson have kicked a field goal in the past, they're never going to be the first option. They were just a backup.
Yeah.
With Daniel Atkinson starting in here, there's a chance that some versatility and I think unpredictability when it comes to late game situations. And as I said, execution and line speed were the big things that stood out to me of why we finished 15th. But I do think that Daniel Atkinson fixes some of those problems. As we said, we haven't even seen him play yet, so I can't say anything. But he's shown lots of potential. So who knows? Where he could be a blinder of a signing, but we don't know.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. And for me, in my opinion, the 2025 season, like you said, a lot of close games, which was kind of heartbreaking when you look at it at the draw. But also like some referee calls, which because we were finishing low on the ladder almost every year, we're never going to get those sort of calls.
Yeah.
And the when I had the chat with Shane, I'm not sure if you talked about the Bulldogs game, but there was a where Kiraz played the ball and dropped it, and we got penalty pulled against us, and obviously led to a try being scored in the corner. The game in Canberra where we scored off a current forward pass.
That's bullshit.
And that probably those two games, if those don't go against us, we probably win. I'm not there to completely blame the referees because at the end of the day, mistakes happen, but it just so happens to be more on our side than any other team.
Yeah.
In terms of injuries, I think when LKT came into the side, his defense was good to start with Dylan Egan and Val Holmes next to him.
Yeah,
the communication was good, but as soon as that side started getting injured, obviously Leilua and Matthew Feeney aren't as good defensively, so the communication started becoming a bit more indirect, and obviously a lot of our points leaked through that side of the field. So had we not gotten some injuries on that key to some key players, like you boys said, we probably do make the 8. So that's my thing that I think about. In the positive side of things, though, like the effort was always there. We always competed. The younger players that we saw in 2025 was amazing. Like we haven't seen that from any coach to debut those young players in years and years. So that's just the positives. But for negatives, I just think sometimes we kind of just fade out of games. Like
we'd lose concentration. With the effort thing, I completely agree with you. I think there was only one game that stands out to me. We showed no effort, and that was the South Sydney game where we were missing half our team. So be it, the Rabbitohs were missing half their team too. But to go out in a core stadium in a very winnable game, we just looked very appalling. Our defense was non-existent. Gutherson really got exposed, and Tyrone Munro really run amok on him. Our attack was rubbish. I think we got one chance. I think it was in that first half, and I think apart from that, we just disappeared. But yeah, I think it was the effort areas were really there in 2025. I agree, bro, and that's a good thing for in the future. You know, the effort will always be there, bro. So that's a good positive, bro.
Yeah, I agree, and I think 2025 is a year we can look back on, and I think we'll learn a lot of lessons from it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the chat. Hello to Aguero. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the channel. I just hope this year when we lose, the team at least uses. I'm just gonna refrain from saying anything more about that comment.
I don't know who this Aguero is, Billy, but whenever we've done live podcasts, hours. So I think, and because I just posted on my story that we're live now, it's definitely one of the good fans of the podcast. I'm going to find out who it is. I apologize. Go away too. Okay.
Welcome to the channel, my friend. But for the season highlight, what was your favourite win?
I'll let Elijah go first.
I tell you what, we had some great wins in the very one that stands out to me off the top of my head is the Broncos game. Off the top of my head, at Suncorp, Broncos weren't doing the best, but I know they ended up winning the premiership, but at that time they weren't the best. But even then, going to Suncorp is a very hard game to do. Although we have destroyed them the past few times we've gone there, that's not the point. I once play that specifically stands out to me is we were up by 4, and Payne Haas looked like he was going to score for all mine, and Clint Gutherson holds him up over the line, and to
Mm.
hold up in a season where Gutherson's defense was very inconsistent. That play summarized his passion and his love for the club. I think the Broncos win is up there. Shout out the editor Alex. I'm trying to look. Let me go through the draw because we didn't have many wins. The Storm one was good. The Titans one, I prefer the close losses on it. The close wins. Sorry, I don't know why.
Yeah.
The Manly one was amazing at
Yeah.
Brookie.
Oh, that was good.
The Knights one was not. It was alright. The Eels one actually. The Eels one is one of my favorite ones, just because getting over an old foe, Zach Lomax. It's always good to beat Lomax, especially in Wollongong.
He handed
getting
us that
over
fucking
the free
try.
goal. We had. I feel like all our wins were good. You know, the Raiders, the Sharks game. We had very good. I just named every single win that I have. I feel so
Sharks
bad.
one.
Yeah.
That one was a relief.
Billy asked for my favorite win, and I gave all five. How many games did we win? I couldn't pick one. Actually, I'll give you the Broncos one. There's my favorite.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Fair enough.
understandably so. Julian.
Yeah, well, Elijah brought it up first thing he said. That Broncos one stands out, but I really enjoyed that. I really did like that Sharks one because like it's been so long since we beat them, and we finally did.
Yeah.
Odds always
That was
against
good.
us,
That was a
and
good
we just humbled them. Few debutants in that game too, so it was
Yeah.
one of the great wins this year, and enjoyed it very much.
And you know what made it better? Like I was there. I know you. I think you were there as well at the game.
Yeah.
The crowd, like the hill, and in the grandstands where sometimes it's a bit not as rowdy. It was rowdy. Like it was really rowdy, and I was one of them. But it was the best because you actually got to give it to the Sharks fans, which you haven't been able to do in about 5-6 years. We haven't won against them since 2020, and
2020.
we haven't actually.
I'll tell you what.
We weren't actually there because it was COVID. So
hang on, I want to bring this up to how crazy this was. The last time we beat Sharks, other than last season, our starting lineup. Get this, I'll give you our.
Yes.
I want to have because I remember when we win, I was saying to everyone, this was the last time we beat the Sharks. Matthew Duffy, Jordan Pereira, Ewan Aiken, Zach Lomax, Ravalawa. Our halves, Corey Norman and Adam Clune. Trent Mariner was in there, James Graham, Jacob Host. Bro, that's a time to forget, bro. Jeez.
Holy shit.
You know what? Duffy's attack was always good, but there was just so many questions with defense. That side was just very random. I'm not even gonna lie. I forgot that Pereira was at our club. That's I haven't seen in a while. But back to the favorite wins. We went with Sharks. I will go with Storm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think Sharks and Storm are like tied first.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to explain it. I just think there was something about that
season, bro. First win of the season too.
Yeah. We were meant to lose. Like Sean Bloor scored once and Gutho knocked the ball out of his hand. Elisa Katoa was pretty much scoring a try, and then somehow Kyle Flanagan got up for it and he knocked it into Kyle Flanagan, which is some of the efforts I just love to see. So that probably signifies why it's the win of the season. And I think we see much more of it in 2026, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, bro.
But moving on now, let me just get up zero tackle because we're going to go through the signings, losses, and extensions for the Dragons come 2026 season. Let me just get that up for you now. Share screen. Let me just stop that one.
My phone keeps pausing.
There we go. Just forget about the Roosters. They're not there. Dragons. Okay. Julian, do you want to start off with our signings?
Yep. The man himself, Daniel Atkinson. huge signing. Wait, am I gonna talk about him? We already have.
Yeah, we've talked. We could talk about the others. We've gone over that.
All right, David Farley from Penrith, Joshy Kerr's back.
Setutu's not on there.
Yeah, no, he's a train and trial. Looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
I thought we signed them both, them wingers.
Yeah,
but looks like one's a train and trial, but they're both looking pretty decent. What I've been
from
told.
what I've been told, Setutu will be upgraded to a top 30 contract.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm hearing, but don't hear from me. I'll wait till it gets confirmed. But yeah,
fair enough.
But you boys had
signings.
Yeah, you boys had Josh Kerr on your podcast.
Great man, great bloke.
Yeah,
good bloke.
It was a good chat. But
he loves it.
Great bloke. Great bloke.
Yeah, he'll add a lot to the side in terms of his impact off the bench is pretty solid, and he's got a quick play the ball.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, Billy. You hit it on point. I think it's quick play the ball. I was going to say with Little, but Little is out for I don't know when. But with even Cook, those fast, quick hookers, I think Josh Kerr's play the ball can really impact the Dragons. And I think his experience with the young guys of the Cowsmans, the Dylan Egans, the Hamish Stewarts, the Hullen Gahus, I think he'll make an effort. And I think he's one of the underrated signings of this. The whole NRL, honestly, not even because of play style. I'm not talking about play style. I'm just talking about pure impact and leadership. I think it will add a lot more than people make it out to be like.
Yeah, he's always gone under the radar. I think even when he's first stint at the Dragons, there were some games where he was not great, but he's gone to the Dolphins and he's fixed a lot of that up, and he's come back 10 times better than he was. So. I'm confident that he's going to be great for us, and he's probably exactly what we need off the bench because we didn't have that. We had David Clemmer, Emre Gula, and then while they were good, right? I feel like they just didn't have something about them. Like there was not as much mongrel. Maybe Clemmer a bit more, but.
Yeah,
you saved yourself, Billy. I was gonna go out. I was gonna say I was actually upset when I heard Clemmer was leaving because I thought Clemmer
didn't mind him, eh?
I thought Clemmer was actually one of our I think that was probably his best season of his career in a few years. Like at the Tigers, he was mid. I thought he really impacted a lot of games. Gula started finding form at the back end of the season, but I do agree. I think Kerr will kind of fill the void of Clemmer. That's why I'm not that big of a upset about the loss of him because I think Kerr fills that void.
I like Clemmer too. I think he was great in terms of passion wise. Yeah. I think he had it all in terms of that part. But
I think
a little bit of that punch he got a bit more tired towards the end, and had to carry a lot more than he probably should have in terms of forward pack and injuries there. But moving on, Elijah, would you like to go through our losses for 2026?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jack DeBellin, I saw him in a Parramatta Eels jersey. Yuck, by the way. That's the most disgusting thing I've
sad.
Poor Tommy Eisenhuth, they just put him in there just for he retired a year ago. Leon Fifita, that's someone that people Dragons fans probably don't know. Yeah, he's gone back to Manly. I feel like I want to say something on him. I feel like he had lots of potential. I just thought, I don't know, he was never going to get a crack at the Dragons. There was too many forwards ahead of him, I think. Sione Finau, never will understand why we got rid of him and kept. I'm not going to say some players, but there's some players I would like to have seen probably gone before Finau. Jonah Glover, just never going to get around. Lockie Elias, same thing. David Clemmer, we just spoke about him. Finau Latu. I was actually very upset when we let go of Finau Latu. I believed he was going to be in the 17 for long term. Yeah. I really did. Francis Molo again left. I don't know what. See Ben Miller retired. Cody Ramsey also. I feel like we shouldn't have got rid of him. And Ravalawa has gone to Castle for Tigers. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, half that list left at the start of the year.
Zero tackle do better. Jeez.
Yeah, come on, zero tackle. I'm getting my sources from you. No, I think there's a lot of players that we've got rid of that maybe we shouldn't have, but it's all about taking a bit of a risk. And
Look, and I'll tell you what, we got rid of Finau and Ramsey, who I thought could were really good players. But if David Farlow turns out to what people are making out to be, like a very good winger, then we might not even think about seeing Finau and Cody Ramsey in a few months' time. So I tell you what, who knows, bro? Who knows?
Yeah, and I think from what I've seen from Farley, like he looks a good player. I mean, he went up against Crichton for his debut, and he stood his ground. But that's obviously a good first test, and we can't really base it off much more than that. New South Wales Cup is a different level to NRL, so.
I love Aguero. Imagine Corey Norman and Cole Flanagan halves combo. I love this Aguero bloke.
I didn't even see that. Oh no, now sorry, my phone's there.
I think I'll toss my membership.
Oh my
I
God.
tossed my membership out the window. Far out. Honestly.
That's crazy.
Corey Norman, Kyle Flanagan as the half. I mean, I don't hate Kyle Flanagan as a half. I don't even hate him as a player. Corey Norman pisses me off. Oh. That's a different story for another day. 800 so, we're not looking at 2021 though. We're looking at 2025, and from one area of signings we just covered, we're going to go into our other area. So that is the train and trialists for the Dragons.
I know some of these boys.
We already talked about Setu too, so we won't go too much into him because we obviously all think that he will get upgraded to a top 30 contract. But Joseph O'Neill, Cyrus Stanley, Shadi Hamoud, Daniel Mifu, Ryan Hutchison, Jacob Webster, Jarrod Trewick, Dylan Coots, and Hayley Finau. Not a bad list. Not bad
at all.
There's some guns. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. There's about two of them I don't know, but that's all right. They're not supposed to.
Yeah, same. I can't lie.
But I will say, obviously, Setu too. Cyrus Stanley's a gun. Ryan Hutchinson, fan of the pod, he's also a gun. Hayley Finau's a gun. Jacob Webster, he should be in the team in a few years. I think he's also a gun. Dylan Coote, there's some really good players here, bro. Honestly,
yeah, there is. Could you see any of these guys getting debuts this year?
Setu too.
Yeah,
Setu, definitely Setu. Yeah. Maybe
I could see.
Maybe Cyrus.
Yeah,
I feel like Cyrus is a beast.
I'm gonna say
they're all beasts, bro. Maybe Halale. Maybe
I think Hayley Finau will get his debut this year. That's my big prediction this year.
He's been patient. He's been with us for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I think Dragon signed both him and his brother at the same time, and he just stuck through. You know.
Yeah, and that's loyalty, and I hope he gets reward for it because I like him. I think he's a good player.
Yeah,
and a bit of him. I think Ryan Hutchison might get a crack. Whether we get
it depends on injuries, bro. Honestly, but that Setu too.
Definitely.
As Flanagan said via the Saints podcast, what a good podcast, by the way. You guys should follow it.
That is a good podcast. 100%.
Setu 2 was going to be the starting. I was looking right now to be the starting wingers with David Farley. I don't know how that looks right now because Tuipulotu is still in the middle. If it was me, I'll go Tuipulotu and David Farley, but Setu 2 might get his debut.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to stop here for a second. Guys, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button. Show my boy Billy some love, please. Make sure you show him some love. Because Billy's a good bloke. Okay, I'm gonna stop glazing and go back to the pod. I just wanted to say
that. Thank you for that. I appreciate the out of nowhere shout out. I really like that. And if you haven't, I'm going to repeat it. Go subscribe to the Saints podcast. They do some amazing work. They've had some really good opportunities to interview some players and coaches, and If you haven't, go check out their Instagram as well. There's some good content going on there as well. So yeah, they're almost on the thousands followers on Instagram. So make sure you go help them out with that.
Thanks, Billy.
Thank
no
you.
worries. Moving on, boys. Enough with the player signings. We're going to talk about a coach. Michael Ennis, our new assistant coach. He's replacing Ryan Carr. Do you guys like it or not?
Oh, love it.
Honestly. I love it, but I don't love that we lost Ryan Carr.
Yeah.
I do think Ryan Carr, I won't say it's a big loss because I think Michael Ennis will be a very good addition. And I think his play style, the way he played will rub off on the players, that gritty, getting up in their face, that the kind of grub. I feel like we need more grubbiness.
We need more rough.
I feel like there were times he was a bit too soft, and I think Michael Ennis clears that a lot. But I think he fixes a lot of problems that we struggled with in 2025. No, like Ryan Carr, shout out Ryan Carr. He's going to do amazing at Castle for Tigers. Is that where he's gone?
Yeah,
I think he's going to do amazing over there. But I'm really excited for Michael Ennis, bro. I'm very excited.
Yeah, Julian.
Yeah, having Michael coming in is a massive gain. And as Elijah said, the boys need to start being a bit more rough. And he's played like that, and he's experienced, and just huge gain. And the boys can obviously, if they've already started learning off him, and I'm just excited for this season, man.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously he's our attack coach because Dean Young is still in the defensive role there, but he's always been competitive, Michael Ennis. He always wants to win. He's always been a leader, and his attack wasn't ever that bad. So, hopefully he can bring a bit of that to the Dragons. And I think who will benefit off this is Jacob Little and Damien Cook because both of them fast. Damien Cook's obviously a lot more experienced now, and Jacob Little's getting to that stage where he's going to probably replace Cook in a couple of years' time. So Michael Ennis has got two great hookers that he can work with, and I think that's where we'll very much improve in 2026.
100%.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Moving on to the draw, though, let me just pull it up for everyone. Let's just run through the draw for 2026. Get it up. So our draw, obviously, we start with the Vegas game. That's a big game, boys. What do you expect from it?
Huge game.
I'm so hyped, bro. I can't lie. I'm not gonna go to it because I'm not made out of money, and I'm not gonna be 21, which defeats the purpose of being in Vegas. Kind of why Drew's not going. But I'm so excited to tune on the TV, bro. I think we'll get up for that. I'm predicting an upset, and I've been getting a feeling for months now. I think we're gonna get up and beat the Dogs in Vegas.
We must beat the Dogs. There's too many of those supporters, and I know too many of the Dog supporters.
Me too.
It'll be good. We haven't. It feels like we haven't.
The last time we beat the Dogs, Matthew Duffy played, and not for the Dragons. That's what
it was it was at Belmore, wasn't it?
Belmore, 2022.
Yep, Blake Laurie scored.
Blake Laurie. Yes,
I actually predicted it. I'll show you boys the footage later of me predicting that he scored his first try. But I mean we need to beat the Bulldogs more importantly than anything. And round 2 we take on the Storm. Round 3 Parramatta, Titans, Cowboys. I think round 3 to 5 we can really attack that period there. I don't get all the hype about Gold Coast, particularly.
Hype.
You hear hype?
Hype?
From Clarkie? Or I just hear it from Clarkie's NRL column, from nobody else, and honestly.
I think we can attack the Cowboys and the Titans game. Cowboys have been so vulnerable in defense like recently. It's just maybe they fix it. We don't know yet, but we can really attack those 3 games. Then from round 6 to 10, we take on Manly at the Gong.
Yeah.
Rabbitohs at Acor. Obviously, the stupid game that we always lose every year. It should be at Wollongong. I'm gonna vouch for that when we get the new stadium. And we've got the bye in round 9 and not in round 10.
Yes, the bye. 2 points.
Woo! Yeah, 2 points there, guaranteed. But,
that's a good game. Nice.
Yeah, I don't think our draw actually looks so bad.
They're all mostly on Saturdays, which is fucking beautiful. That's what you want.
Sundays. There's
no Thursday nights. Just a couple of Fridays, I think.
I tell you what, I think I was speaking to a few of my friends when this draw came out. I think the Dragons have a really decent draw. Compared to previous years and compared to other teams this year. So I think we have no excuses.
Yeah.
Just go out there and play ball.
Yeah.
100%. Fucking not bad.
Yeah.
Magic
round.
Oh, this gets me. First of all, there's 2 things on this in this image you have right now, Billy. We lost every single Magic round game. And the NRL says,
we'll give him pants
to make sure the Dragons stay winners. Let's give them the team that won 4 in a row.
This is where I really would have liked the bye right there, right in round 11.
No.
And then the Broncos. We verse the Broncos every single year at Suncorp Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, change it up. I don't know.
Bring them to Wollongong. Fucking hell.
I know. They haven't played in Wollongong since 2016, I believe, which is...
Yeah. And there's a few... You ask some random person or girl on the street, I support Broncos. Like, I reckon there'll be just as many fans as Dragons down here.
You know, there's more Broncos fans in New South Wales than some Sydney teams, which says a lot about the Broncos and some of their players. Round 14, though, we versed Cronulla. I don't know if that's
Ocean Project Stadium.
No, that's PointsBet Stadium, but just a new name for it.
Well,
yeah, right. I was so confused. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Such an odd name.
Yeah. I always call it Animal Park because a bunch of animals, but like one of my panel members on the other side of the crew, he calls it Animal Park. That's where I got it from. So credit to him. That's a good name. Good name. Round 15, we got a bye again, and then we go off to Newcastle. So we versed Newcastle twice. That's not too bad.
8 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's a very doable game. I could go.
Yeah, and then Raiders, and then Tigers at Cogra.
Tigers, that'll be good. Tigers and Cogra.
Tigers at Cogra. I'm so excited for that.
That hasn't happened in so long. I think it's been since 2018. Like
2018. Yeah. It's far out. I don't know why. Just looking at this, I think we're going to give Raiders belt to us that game. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it's going to be.
We're always very evenly matched against the Raiders. Whether we win or lose, it's always somehow close. But in Canberra, I always feel it's not that hard to play against them there. I don't know. It just feels like the ground doesn't impact anything. The fans are good, but the stadium's a shocker.
Yeah.
I think that's what Ricky Stewart asked. A new stadium. So.
We just Warriors twice this season.
Yeah. And we've got Gold Coast again. So
we have Tigers twice, Titans twice. We have a few
very winnable.
Nothing's easy in the NRL, especially with the Dragons, a team that hasn't made the finals.
Yeah, that's true.
The Stone Ages, but I think there's some. It's a favorable draw, which is good.
Yeah. Titans twice, Tigers twice, like you said, and
I think Friday in Wollongong.
I think we've got Newey twice, and then we've got Manly in Wollongong, which I'm not going to put on now, but we always have a good record against them. We do. So, we then take on Dolphins at Wollongong, and as the Cronulla Sharks. I
Sunday.
think that game needs to stay in Cogra. That's where it belongs.
I agree.
And then to finish off the year, Tigers, the Dogs, and then Manly and Parramatta.
Just talk about the rivals in the last 4 games. The Dragons' biggest rivals. You have like the Sharks, the Tigers, the Bulldogs, Manly, and the Eagles.
This is going to be good.
Those are Dragons'
Sunday
biggest
2
rivals.
o'clock. How good.
And
Yeah.
we versed, I'll tell you what, for the first time in I don't know how long, we versed the Roosters once this year.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually quite happy about, considering they're probably.
Oh shit, we did too. Just fucking Anzac.
Yeah.
Hopefully we win. I like the day itself until we play. Like
Yeah.
100%.
that's the most annoying thing. I don't want to just do that. I want to like the day and then win and then like the rest of the day.
That is the closest thing to finals I ever feel, going to an Anzac Day game.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, every single time I wake up that day, I just feel like I'm about to vomit. My anxiety just goes through the roof because I have too much PTSD from Dragons losing every single year. Like, I'm so sick of it.
Yeah.
So,
But that's our draw. It looks positive. Now we just need to go out on the field and just go and show it to all the fans. Hopefully we break the 8-year or 9-year drought that we've been in. So yeah, it's been a while. But moving on from the draw now, I'm just gonna go into the casualty ward with our injuries. We don't have many injuries, but there's just a few concerning ones. Obviously, we just lost Jacob Little to a hamstring tear, but thank God he's going to come back in round 2, confirmed by Shane Flanagan on the SEN podcast.
Oh, yep.
So that's a big return. I was very worried we're going to lose him for at least the first month of the NRL season.
Well, I know I was listening to SEN. Although he says round 2, I will not be surprised if he sits out a few more rounds, because they have to be very careful with hamstring tears.
Yeah.
I think even round 2 is a stretch for him to come back. I want him to play in Vegas, bro. I was spewing when we lost him. I just think we have to be careful with these types of injuries. I really do, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I think we should be particularly careful because last year with CT, we weren't careful. We weren't
rushing him back.
Yeah, we were in a position where we kind of had no choice but to just shove him back in the first grade side because our wingers, we had no one. So
Corey Allen.
Yeah, Corey Allen, and then Nathan Lawson got injured around the same time. So then we just kept running out of players to put in the NRL side. But looking at the rest of the list here, Dylan Egan will be back in round 9 or 10 with an ACL tear. He's still recovering. That's going to be a big return when he comes back.
Oh, for sure.
His work rate is just unbelievable.
It's actually interesting to see Dylan Egan coming back around 9 or 10 because few players are coming back like in like 7 months, 8 months. I think that they're doing the correct and rating the whole 11 to 12 months. I think my heart breaks for Dylan Egan because if you remember back to 2025, he was one of our best players. Like, genuinely, I think he only made 1 error for the Dragons or something like that. I saw a crazy stat like that. Like, he was an absolute gun for the Dragons, and then out of nowhere tears his ACL against the Broncos. So unfortunate, but prayers up to him, bro. He's gonna be back soon, and he's gonna be amazing, bro, when he comes back.
100%. I don't know if this makes me sound like an idiot, but before he got injured, I felt he was well on his way to winning Rookie of the Year, the NRL Rookie of the Year. Like,
I think he was definitely in the talk side, but I truly believe, bro.
Him, who actually won? Was it Lekka?
No, was it?
Wait,
what?
That's how competitive it was. Let me check. But there was like a lot of money, and I feel Dylan Egan was definitely the front runner before he got injured. Robert Toyer was the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Robert Toyer. I was like,
it was gonna be hard to beat Toyer, but I think it was in the race. For sure.
Making Origin in your rookie year is crazy too.
Yeah, he's a gun player, and
Yeah.
hopefully Roosters let go of him to the Dragons. But Nathan Lawson's the last injury we have. I couldn't actually find a return date for him because I just couldn't find it anywhere, searching a couple of sites. But he had a scapular fracture, I think it was. So it was a bad shoulder injury. So
You're right.
look, it was his first season of league. I don't think he was amazing or top tier, but he had some good moments, especially in his debut against Newcastle. So it's definitely some sort of signs that he's capable, but we just got to hope he's all right to play.
Sure.
Now, this is where we all kind of contribute. It's time for the round one predicted teams. Yeah. So I don't think we have. I don't know if we give all 19. I don't have 19 players. I've got 17. So
I've got my 17 because
we won't obviously prepare. The rule just got announced around 12 p.m. today. So 1 to 17. Do you want to go first, Elijah?
Yeah,
Me
sure.
and Elijah put a team together.
We've got a combined team, me and Jules.
Yeah. So like we had our own convo and sorted it out.
So I actually made my predicted team before Little got injured. So I've made a few changes. I'm making a few changes on the fly. Let me pull up my team. Excuse me for the wait, boys. Where is it? Okay. So at fullback we have Clint Gutherson. On the wing I've got Tuipulotu and I've got David Farlow making his debut. I've also lost it. Where did it go? Hang on. Sorry, boys. This is embarrassing. Hang on. Sorry, lads. I lost.
All good.
Hang on. Where's our predicted team? Okay, here. Yeah, David Farley on the wing. I keep losing. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, at fullback, Clint Gutherson. On the wings, David Farley and Christian Tuipulotu. As I don't know why. Sorry, boys. I'm gonna hang on. I don't know why this is glitching out my phone. I'm gonna get it on my laptop. Sorry, Billy.
No, you're good, man.
About this technical error. Let me so sorry to waste your time. Hang on, I'm just gonna get it up quickly. Okay, here. No, never mind. It's not there. Jeez. Okay, at fullback, I'm just going to go off the top of my head. At fullback, Clint Gutherson. On the wing, we have David Farley making his debut and Christian Tuipulotu. In the centers, Moses Sully and Val Holmes. Where the hell is it? Hang on. Billy, you go through your team first while I'm trying to find it. So we can save time.
Well, like you said, Jacob Little got injured, so I've had to make the adjustments. But the back line for me has changed as well with the wingers. I've gone like Gutherson at fullback, and then the wingers Tuipulotu and Farley, and then in the centres Moses Sully and Val Holmes. In the halves, I've gone with Lycan King Togia and Daniel Atkinson as a 6 and 7, with the front rowers being Toby Couchman and Emre Gula. That's just what I think, not personally best, but Emre Gula will be in there to start the year. 9 was Damien Cook, which is the obvious. Then the back rowers is Jaden Sewer and Luciano Leilua. And then for me, in lock position, obviously, I think it's obvious to everyone, Hamish Stewart. Now, on the bench, I've gone with Kyle Flanagan as the 14th. I think he'll play as the backup hooker. I think he's had some experience there before. I know it was cup, so it was at lower level, but that's the most experienced hooker we'll have, unless we play Haley Finau, which will be a bit of a surprise. So I've gone with Kyle Flanagan there. And then on my bench, I have Ryan Couchman at 15. And then at 16, I think I had Josh Kerr. And originally, at 17, I had Jaime Sele. But I don't know if you boys saw the other day, and I have a soft spot for him because sort of same heritage. But Nick Sugranis looks like an absolute machine. Like he looks like he's ready to play in the forwards. So hopefully this is me wishful thinking, but maybe he's on the bench. If what, it's Jaime Sele.
Okay, that's actually a very solid team. Now I've got it up now. Right, I want to make this. There's a difference between my predicted team and the one I want to happen. Right.
Yeah.
So I'll go through my team. I've got Clint Gutherson at fullback. I think Flanagan will pick Fale and Tuipulotu on the wings with Holmes and Sully in the centers. I think the halves. I don't think he's going to drop his son to the bench. I would love for him to be 14 Flanagan because I think that a lot of criticism he's cops online is not really. I truly believe. I don't think he's a starting half. I think his best position is a utility hooker. I really do. I think he'll be very solid, but I don't think Flanagan will do that to his son. So I think Carl Flanagan and Daniel Atkinson in the halves. Our hooker Cook with the second row has been Leilua and the other edge Sua. With the front row, I've got Toby Kausman, Hamish Stewart, and Emre Gula. So Hamish Stewart as a lock, Gula and Toby Kausman as a starting props. On the bench, instead of Little, I think off the top of my head, it's going to be interesting what he does there. But you have to have a utility on there. I can't see him putting Sloan on the bench because he did that against the Rabbits and he just looked terrible. Like the way I think he'll put Larkin Kintonga on the bench just to have some utility thing. But I think Halangahu will be there. I don't know. I think I was tossing up between Halangahu, Loco, and Nick Suganis. I've gave Jacob Halangahu that 15. Got Ryan Kausman, and rounding it up, I have Josh Kerr. So I think 3 of the bench positions before Little got injured will kind of confirm with Little, Couchman, and Kerr. That missing one, there's up for grabs. So Loco, Halangahu, Suganis. There's a few players, Jaime Sele, there's a few players that will be fighting for that position. But right now, that's my 1 to 17. It's going to be interesting what he does with that utility position, as you said, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I do agree in some sort of stance that Kai Flanagan probably will play in the halves come the start of the year, just because combinations
for
were
sure.
set pretty much, and to kind of change it with 3 weeks to go is kind of hard. But I just kind of want to see a bit of Lycan at 5'8" before he will eventually go back to reserves to work on his craft, because we know that Flano is pretty much set in stone.
I think what will happen actually, and this is my prediction, and I don't know why nobody's ever told me this, but I don't know why I'm feeling confident. I think what they're going to do is instead of Little coming on and playing hooker, I think when the King Tonga comes on, he will go into the halves with Atkinson and Flanagan will move to hooker. I think that's what that's my prediction of what will happen. That's the way, because I think I don't know, as I said before, I don't think they'll drop Flanagan to the bench. I think that's, I don't know, I feel like that could happen where Flanagan moves into that number 9 position and Cook goes to lock for a bit and then just normal. I don't know. I think that's what will happen.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan.
I think now that obviously we've gone through our 17, there is 2 extra bench spots up for grabs. And that is really good to see, because now more players get to grab an opportunity, and players like Nick Sugranis, who was sitting at 18th man for a lot of last year, and players like Loco, who actually got to have a bit of experience, might get more first grade in this year. So, those 2 bench spots are going to be really key. I'm really glad for that rule. That's one of the changes that I think will benefit well. But at the same time, you don't want to put a young guy in there that might not play, because that might hurt them developmentally. So, those are the teams. I think all those sides are really strong, and I think whatever side goes out there on March 1st against the Dogs, it's gonna be good to see how our team looks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, just with our team, where do you see our biggest strength?
I think it's our forward pack.
Yeah,
I think our biggest weakness, I know you didn't ask for it, but I think our biggest weakness is the spine.
yeah,
I think the
Yeah.
inconsistency of the spine, but I think our forward pack is the strongest. Just looking at if my predicted team was a team that ran out on March the 1st, I just look at the Toby Cashman, the Ryan Cashman, the Hamish Stewart, the Sua, Leilua. Leilua is going to have a blinder of a season. I
Yeah.
think because it's a contract year.
yeah. He
But
always plays
also, pardon?
He always plays well when whenever players need a contract, they obviously want to
Amazing.
play.
And you see, Dragon just posted something on Instagram, and Blake Laurie looks absolutely shredded.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
good.
I know. Yeah,
The contract year theory lives on, but I think Leilua will be in for a good year until he gets re-signed. Then he'll probably be back to his usual form. So,
yeah. I mean, with Luch, it's funny because he's a good footy player. He's attacking, like he's got a touch that is so class. Like I don't know, it was against the Roosters. He picked the ball up with his freaking two fingers and just chucked it over the top like it was nothing. And
Yeah.
it's like, why aren't we doing that more with him? Why aren't we unlocking him?
I'm going to say this right now. On his day, and that's a very big thing. So let me just take my glasses. Okay. On his day, well, why are you smiling, Julian? Yeah.
Because
No. On his day, I truly believe that Leilua is one of the most skillful second rowers in the comp.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Definitely.
do.
Fair enough.
I think it's just the inconsistencies and some of his effort areas and his laziness. Well, I don't know why Julian's smiling. My glasses got a bit dirty, so I have to take it off, and now he's just smiling. So, but yeah, I back Luch. I back him.
Yeah.
Luke.
I think Luch will have a big year. Hopefully he maintains it. That's the biggest problem with him is the consistency over the season. He'll have good games and he'll have bad games. So that's what we got to wait and see. Like you said, biggest strength is definitely the forwards. But for me, the thing we might need to fix, and I don't know yet because we haven't seen the two wingers, but that wing position is a big concern for me because all the hype going on to those two fellas, Farley and two, and then obviously Sloaney with not playing, unfortunately, most of the time, and then the confidence slumping, and then Tuipulotu with injuries. There's a lot of problems. Like we probably need a star winger in the next year or two, targeting someone.
I think there's a lot. Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be a bad idea.
I think there's a lots of uncertainty. I think that's the biggest word. I think that David Farley, I don't know. The way Flanagan's hyping him out to be, he might be the next Brian Tyler. And we don't know because Panthers, they've been so good for so long. It's so hard to go into their team. He probably is a starting winger on half the NRL teams. We just don't know. I'm very excited to see how he plays this weekend at centre, but that's a big thing. He's not
Center, different.
So, but I think Billy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he is a centre.
Yeah, that's his main position. But
Right.
Yeah.
With Setu too is something I'm keen about both of them.
Yeah.
But from the New South Wales Cup Grand Final year, I mean the guy leaped over like half our teams to score 2 tries, and I mean that's what we need.
Oh my gosh, that is him.
That's the one that he gave it to us after he scored, and then he got injured.
Oh my gosh, it is.
That's him.
Because Billy, all the Dragons boys were at that game, and I remember he was giving it to our whole section, and he was just leaping. It looked like he was at a training paddock out there. That's him. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Then
He got injured while celebrating.
That's the one. That's so funny.
that sounds like that could happen to us, and I hope it doesn't. But
Gives me Tupelotu vibes.
Oh
it
yeah.
does. It does. That happened against the Titans, so yeah, let's hope that goes away. But yeah, no, I'm keen to see.
Mm,
We were all at that game, at that New South Wales Cup game.
Yeah.
yeah.
And obviously he's got something there, just hopefully unlocks it in first grade. Now,
Yeah.
moving on from our biggest concerns and oh wait, Julian, did I ask you what your
Oh
biggest
well, we were just
sorry,
talking about it. Like I
yeah,
agree with both of you.
yeah,
It's just mutual agreement, you know. I'm not gonna
yeah,
say I'm not gonna go against you. So I agree with both of you.
yeah.
Mutual agreement, bro. As bro's acting like this is a contract.
You know who doesn't know how to stick to contracts though? Fucking Zach Lomax.
Yeah,
Anyway,
fuck that guy.
what? Okay, now I don't usually swear. That was fucking funny. Anyway, one player under pressure, boys. Who do we think is under pressure for the 26th season?
I would say Atkinson. He's got a lot on his belt coming into this club, coming from Sharks, trying to prove himself there, starting here at Dragons. So I think he has a lot of pressure, not only him, but Kyle as well. But in my opinion, Kyle just gets bagged out because everyone else is doing it.
Oh,
He's
Yeah,
not
100%.
even, he's not even that bad, man.
I think people just jump on the train.
Yeah, honestly.
Shout out my
It's-
boy JC. I love him.
Yeah,
I think people love JC's content so much. If whatever JC says, people just jump on the train.
yeah, it's manipulated. he's fucking taken over. But yeah, nah. I think I just say both the halves, honestly.
I think one underrated person under pressure is Clint Gutherson.
yeah,
Just because he's our captain and because there was lots of I don't know, like there was some points last season where he looked amazing, but some points where I don't know, he just looked very ordinary. I feel like the pressure, not so much as in contract wise or he's going to be dropped. I just think fans and just media, I think put the whole pressure. But I think Julian Ali, Mr. Julian Ali hit it now on the head right there. I think Daniel Atkinson, just because we saw what happened when Lockie Ilias, had a few ordinary games, he got dropped. So Daniel Atkinson probably making sure that doesn't happen the same to him. So
Yeah.
and I feel this situation with Atkinson is not the same, but it's somewhat similar because Ilias obviously came off that broken leg, which was freaking awful.
And
Like
straight into first grade.
that was a bad injury. And then for him to only have about 8 games and then just get dropped was very sudden. It was out of nowhere, in my opinion. I just didn't even see it coming. Then with Atkinson, he didn't even play first grade properly. Like he played game, but half of them were off the bench, half of them were for 10 minutes. 6 of them were on the wing. He was getting jumped on by Xavier Coates. And the only game we actually saw from him in the halves was against the Dogs. And he stood his ground, to be fair. So everyone has to have some big expectations.
are you talking about in his career or just last season?
Just the 2025 season.
Yeah, okay, I agree. I feel like, and it was so hard because he didn't play much footy the whole year because he was like an 18th man. And when you're 18th man, it's so hard. You can't play New South Wales Cup. So he spent half of the year legit not playing any games. So I don't know. It'll be interesting, but I would like to see some fairness. Like Cole Fanning, a great bloke, but if he starts the season not performing, I think Shane has to pull the trigger.
He has to.
But at the end of the day, man, like I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
I agree. I think he might. Like, I'm not even joking. I know there's a lot of think it's nepotism, and I think generally last season he's the only guy we probably could have had at halfback. We couldn't. We just couldn't put. I don't know why we couldn't put Ilias back in. I think it was just something that wasn't going right there. But Flanagan defensively was very solid, but this season we can't just have him be defensively solid. We need him to attack somewhat more. We need it to be better. And if it's not, I could see King Togia making his way back into the side. I think there's a lot of pressure on Flano, and I don't think Shane will be afraid if it has to come.
Hopefully not, bro, because there's some games last year that. I mean, Cole Flanagan, I tell you what, I'm going to give props to Cole Flanagan. Cole Flanagan, something that he never lacks is effort.
Oh, 100%.
Always the effort areas. You saw in the Raiders game, he outclassed Jamal Fogarty, which is very hard to do at Wynn Stadium. That was probably one of his best games of the season. And the thing is, what I've noticed about Flanagan is when he's not a halfback, first of all, because we saw in that 2024 season when Ben Hunt was steering the ship, he had a very solid season, Cole Flanagan.
He did.
When
no one was bagging.
Yeah, nobody was bagging him. He was actually very solid. It's only when he steps into that halfback position that he kind of has to call all the shots and that. But that's what happens with every team, honestly. Whenever a halfback is underperforming, they're going to get criticism. You've seen that over and over again in NRL history. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see this season, bro.
Yeah, I think Flano's attack isn't bad. He just needs to do more of it. Like, we had a lot of opportunities last year to put the foot down, and we just couldn't. This year, I think he might change his ways. He still scored 6 tries last season. He had about 8-9 tries, so he can find some points, but it's just about doing it more consistently. So for me, the pressure player will be. I think I'm going to have to go with the two halves in general. They're both got a lot of pressure on them. So hopefully they strive under pressure. Anyway, moving away from the pressure points, let's look at the breakout player for 2026. Who do we think will break out? Elijah, I'll start with you.
I mean, it's hard to say who will break out because some of these players have already broken out into the scene. I do think, but I'm going to have a look at the team. I mean, I can't really say Ryan Cowsman because although I think he's going to have an amazing season. I don't think it's my pick for breakout player of the year, but I think he's going to have an amazing season. I do think that. And by the way, just for viewers who are not Dragons fans, like Toby, you guys probably know that Toby Cowsman is amazing. Just imagine 2 Toby Cowsmans. That's what Ryan Cowsman is, an identical player to Ryan Cowsman. But just imagine 2 Toby Cowsmans out there. It's so great to have twins. Dragons good thing about the Dragons is they know how to produce twins.
Yeah. That's very common actually. That's something I've realized as
I think one breakout play will be David Farlow for me. I think he'll have I think he'll have a very solid season.
Fair enough. I
think, Tul Pelotu's in for a big season. Some of these players have already broken out, so it's hard to say a breakout season. I think David Farley will have a good debut season. Julian, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there anyone else missing?
I would say, like, if the team gets on the right start, Halangahu, I hope he breaks out. He's literally a truck, bro. His nickname is Truck. He's a gun, bro.
I forgot about him. Those are my 2 picks.
Yeah, I really hope he breaks out and off the bench, wherever, starting. Like, I just hope he's in that 17 this year.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Halangahu, he's a beast. Obviously, he was going to play in the Cup Grand Final and then got the appendix surgery, so that put him out. But for me, I sound like the biggest biased person, but Nick Sagranis, I don't know why. It's just in my head that now that there's a 19-man bench, he'll find his way in there.
Another big Buchanan, bro. Hayden Buchanan.
Oh yeah. No. Something like when we watched him play last year. Look, he's our age or younger. He's 19 or 18 or 19.
Yeah, he's my age. Yeah.
Yeah, like
our age.
there was some, like, obviously he was very raw when it came to first grade experience, you could tell. But that's going to be so good for him. If there's somehow an injury,
Yeah.
Buchanan will freaking shine. But for
He,
me, I'm going to go Nick
Yeah,
Teagues.
he told me he's in for a big year. He said it in my face because I saw him. I was out once and the whole team was out, but he was leaving. It was like when I was just got there, he was leaving, and I
Who
had a
don't you
chat
say
to him.
Julian out and Anand out? Who don't you say yes?
Yeah, and then he's really in for a big year. He's giving it his all. He's not drinking. He's leaving places early. The boys were out there like who knows till when, and he left at like 10 o'clock. So
That sounds like what I would do. Yeah, no, Hayden Buchanan, he's actually like he will be like some people have compared him to the likes of Matt Cooper and Gaznia, and like that he's got that sort of potential or ceiling to get to. So yeah, he could really break out.
Sure.
So Buchanan, Nick T, David Farley, there's a lot of players we can look forward to in 2026. Now, moving from breakout player to a bit more of a fun award, most tries. Who will score the most tries in 2026?
it has to be the wingers, and that's not the secure spot, like because we don't know. Like
Exactly.
last year, obviously it was Sloan. He scored the most.
It's
But
always the outside backs. It's always I don't
it's one of the
think
wingers, but we don't know who they are.
I don't think Brotherson will score many tries this year. I think he'll just do his job. He won't
Yeah.
have it. I think it's. I would say Tuipulotu, but we don't know about his health.
Yeah.
How healthy he's going to be. I'm going to go with. I'll tell you what. I'm going with Tuipulotu. I think he'll have a healthy season. I'm just going to,
Yeah.
Tuipulotu. I think Val Holmes will have a good try scoring season. If he
Yeah,
stays healthy.
CT or Val Holmes could get up there.
I think both of them. I think David Farley will also have a good try scoring season.
Yeah.
If he remains in that number 2, 5. What number does?
Yeah, one or the other. It's a wing.
What number does CT wear? Is it 5?
I think it's 5. He's always been it's always been
yeah.
Sloan 2 and
Yeah.
CT 5.
So yeah, I think it's I don't know any of the outside backs.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Val. I think maybe 13 tries if he plays the full season. I think he'll get easily over double digits. He was tracking that way before he did his rotator cuff. So I'm going to go with Val Holmes. And for you, Julian, you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Also,
our wingers are all over the place. It has to be one of the
we
wingers. Like I think I don't know to be exact, but Sloan was like up there in the top 10 last year.
Yeah.
And he scored like 19 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
To be fair, anyone could have scored like Sloan. Like I feel like
all he has to do is like put it down, bro.
yeah, but to be honest, like to be fair, Sloan, he's not watching this because he blocked me and Julian. But like Sloan scored some really good tries. Sloan scored some really good tries last season.
He did.
But some of his tries, like anyone could have scored if they were on that side. I think Clint Dodson did a good job of setting it up on that side.
Yeah, we'll get into that story after. That's for the backstage. You know who else is a pretty good smoky? We haven't talked about Jaden Sewer for most tries. He seems to get a lot of tries for a back rower.
He does, eh?
If we can unlock, like when Ben Hunt actually unlocked him when he scored 9 tries 2 years ago.
Sick.
Whoa, what a season! Like I think he finished with the second most tries. What a season!
2 against Melbourne, that was beautiful.
Oh, that was a great game. Yeah. So Sewer could be up there, but I don't think he'll be first.
Yeah.
I think it'll be CT or Val Holmes. Now, moving on. Overrated, respectfully, who is overrated in 2026?
Shit.
It's hard. It's a bit of a hard one.
I'm tossing up between 2 players. Now, I want to say overrated does not mean bad whatsoever. Yeah. So you've got to be careful what I say because one of the two is a fan of the pod. So I have to be very careful with what I say. Actually, I'm not saying that person. I'm maintaining my pride.
Text it to me.
I'll
Text
text
it to me.
I'll text it to the group chat. Don't worry.
Yeah, good idea. Oh, overrated. I don't know.
I think one of them. I think if I had to say overrated, I say Clint Gutherson. If I had to pick one, just if I had to pick one, just because
he gets a
he's
lot of
very
work.
consistent and he's a bit older and he's slow. And I don't know if fullback is his position. If I'm entirely honest with you, like, the way NRL is moving, I don't know.
He's moving towards a lock forward, like that.
That
That seems the way it's trending towards for Gutho.
I
Julian,
don't want to bag anyone out, but like,
yeah,
I'm not calling him bad. I think he's just getting old. With a healthy Little, he needs to start. I just don't think Cookie is all that anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But he did have a few good games last year, a few good plays, this and that, but
yeah,
look, I don't know. A healthy Little is all we need, I think. But look, like I said, I hate speaking about this overrated stuff. We'll see how it goes this year.
yeah. It's hard because it's a hard award to give out. I love all the Dragons players that are at the club now. Once they leave, I kind of just detach from that. But I have to. I don't know. There's a lot of people that love Sloaney, and I like his attack, but he just doesn't put his body on the line. I'm not afraid to say.
Oh yeah, I forgot that one too. Yeah, I'll say Sloaney.
He doesn't. I feel bad for him because he used to back himself, like 2024. He backed himself a lot, hey, and then like against Pappenhausen, against other fullbacks, he backed himself. He had a pretty decent season in 24, but he still got thrown around.
And when you're the star fullback to be moved on the wing, although he scored more tries on the wing, you don't have much of the ball, and I feel like that kind of. I don't know. I feel like one thing he needs to improve on is obviously his defense, but obviously his yardage meters coming out of the own end on kick return. That's something that he lacked. I feel like he kind of got pushed around a lot. Yeah. So.
And sometimes he'd just sit on that wing. Other wingers would like come in out of nowhere just to get a run, just for some run meters.
Yeah.
I hope something changes, but that some of that, like his attacking, obviously we know potentially attack is always great.
Yeah.
It's just the body on the line sort of mentality that needs to come with that. And if we don't see that, this is his last chance he's got with us because he's off contract this year. So that's the final year to make a push for a new contract, whether it's with us or another NRL club or the Super League. So respectfully overrated, but I do think he could have a good season.
Yeah.
Underrated now. This one's an easier award to give. And easier, but still hard, but easier for the right reasons.
I think the whole team is underrated, bro.
Yeah.
We're always 17th on everyone's ladder predictions, but
it's ridiculous. It's a joke, bro, because we know they're not going to finish 17th.
I think one underrated who's not. I'll tell you, I don't want to say Flanagan. I was this close to saying Carl Flanagan. Compared to how much he's being hated, I don't think he's that bad. I think he's underrated in that aspect. But
overhated.
Sure. Yeah, he's overhated, not underrated. That's probably underrated. I don't know. Billy, do you want to go first?
Yeah, it's controversial. I don't know if he gets enough credit from a lot of the fans. I'm not always on Instagram comments or Facebook comments after the game, but Moses Sully, if he can upgrade his passing a little bit more, he's a great player.
Definitely.
He had a great season. I thought he had a great season. I don't know if it was just me, but before he got injured, he was running great meters. He was running hard. I think he just needs to unlock an earlier pass. And after that,
the thing with Sully is he either doesn't pass or passes too late. I think his timing of his passes is very crucial.
I agree with that.
One underrated player is Josh Kerr, I think.
Yeah.
I think and a lot of people, as I spoke about before, I think people kind of just overlooking that signing. I think he's a very underrated player
Yeah.
for us. I'll go with
Sully, I would agree with you with Sully, but like, yeah, he just needs to pass a bit more and just sometimes needs to go for it. Because yeah, he only scored 1 try last year
Yeah.
in the whole
Yeah,
season.
he did.
So
He only had one try. I know the try assist numbers were decent,
yeah, they were
but
up there. Yeah,
yeah,
sure. But
um,
yeah, I reckon Sully he's in for a big year as well. Very underrated.
100%. Now, hot take for 2026. That is it's a big one to make a big call on. I'll start here. This is a very hot take. Val Holmes to have the most points in the NRL. Very
Breakout,
hot take.
another
wishful
breakout season.
thinking. I like that, Billy.
Yeah,
That's wishful thinking. I love
it
that,
is
Billy.
wishful thinking. It's very
I love
wishful.
that. I love that delusion, Billy. I love that delusion.
We got the vision, bro. It's
No,
somewhere.
I actually don't, I don't think that's about Chiao on the cell. I don't.
It's not
I
bad at
think because
all.
if Billy's correct and he scores the most tries, plus all the tries that we score, he's going to be the goal kicker. I think there's a good chance that he could be in that top 5 to even
Yeah,
winning
that's
it.
true.
On that note of Val Holmes, I kind of have two. I think Val Holmes will win Center of the Year. I think a healthy Val Holmes will win Center of the Year.
Yeah.
And I also think this is a very niche weird one. I think he's going to win 2 games by field goal this year. I don't know why. I wrote this down. I think we're going to win 2 games by field goal. I'm going to be ultra specific. 1 in golden point and 1 in regulation. I don't know why.
Ooh,
Very
I like
odd.
it.
But
Hot take from me. Yeah. Hot take from me. I don't know if it would count as a hot take because no one has them in the 8. I'm gonna make Dragons make the 8 for the first time since 2018.
Yeah.
Because look, they've got a decent young forward pack, and the squad is only getting better and better each year. I think, especially with the development from last year. I think the boys have great potential. They've got great leaders, and yeah, CBA could be anything.
I tell you what, the like Dragons making the 8 is probably not a hot take, but the way everyone is tipping us to come last, that is a very hot take. I think
I think it's fuel to the fire. I think every person that predicts it, we got to screenshot a photo of them and put it on the freaking board somewhere.
Julian's gonna make an edit for his TikTok.
I made an edit. I made one edit last year for the Storm game when we won our first game. Everyone's tipping predictions are like Storm's gonna get him, Dragons a poo, and someone said in one of them. And then I just got the highlights and put it all together, bro. I'm doing that again. I'm gonna get everyone's glad predictions, see how this season goes, and just thump everyone, and they're gonna look like idiots. I'm telling you.
We always seem to be the grand finalists and the grand final winners. So I don't know how much of a coincidence it is, but we're not a last place team, that's for sure.
No.
We're almost done. We've got 3 more topics, and then that'll wrap up the podcast. But the third last topic we have is the kit, the Vegas kit.
Oh.
Such a sexy jersey, man.
I like it. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just the same thing, bro. It adds a lot when everything's the same color, red and white. And then they've got all the little details on it. I love. Everyone's been getting it. I'm still waiting on it, and I'm in Wollongong.
I haven't even ordered mine. I got to order mine too.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered mine, and I still haven't got it. There's people in Queensland that's got it. I'm
such a nice jersey. I'll tell you what. If we beat the dogs, I'll get it. If we beat the dogs, I'll get it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm gonna probably just wear that jersey all year instead of the home jersey. The Vegas one all year.
It's such a clean jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna go to the store and get it, but they've closed down now, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
But the kit is beautiful. Like that is a great kit. Hopefully it's a kit we win in. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Moving on to our second last topic is this week's fixture. against the Knights. I think it is this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, hey, Moses.
It's a good one. Like it's not the team I was expecting. It's
I like it. I don't mind it at all.
Very solid team considering that we're going to rest. Well, it's a good thing that we're going to rest multiple high caliber players because of Vegas. Still very solid
Honestly,
team, man. Solid team.
honestly, this might be our reserve grade team minus the wingers and
the forwards.
Palangahu and the Couchmans. I can't lie.
But this is still this very solid team.
Stella.
Like, even Kerr and there's a few first graders in there, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot. Great.
But I think Flanagan's done a really good job of making sure there's that balance and making sure the main ones like Holmes, Sewer, Gutherson, Cook, all those players don't play. But I love that. Sloan at fullback is something I love to see.
Oh, I'm keen. I'm keen.
Tuipulotu, I don't know. I hope he doesn't get injured this game. I'm a bit skeptical in this and playing him in a trial, but I don't know. I think he'll be fine. David Farley, I'm excited for. Fine, King Tonga, Cade Reed, I'm very excited to see. Some good players, bro. Good players.
Yeah. No, it's a good team. I'll be there this weekend. Make sure of it.
Too.
Probably going to do my first match day vlog, which will be a different experience for me. But
Nice.
Hopefully it ends up in a win for us. I do want to see us win. Just get the confidence up nice and early, and then carry it on for the Charity Shield, and then on to Vegas.
Sure, bro.
Yes,
last thing now, honest expectations and ladder predictions. In all honesty, where do we think we'll finish, Julian?
I did do a ladder prediction, and I got the Dragons highest they finished this year, with the potential they have, is 7th.
Nice.
Potential. But other than that, realistically, I feel like they'd end up in that 10th to 12th spot, even 13. But look, I have high hopes for them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think we finish anywhere in between 6 to 10, but I do think that we'll finish 7th. That's my final prediction. I think we'll finish 7th, and I've got, unlucky Bulldogs fans, I've got you behind us. The Bulldogs will fall off and finish 8th. So there you go. We'll finish 7th.
All honesty, after just crunching it a little, I think it's a lot of guts, but we have to, I think this is the year, and I think we'll finish just 8th, and I think it'll be like a nudge like that. I think that's all it takes. We need 8th. I don't even care.
Even if we're losing the finals week 1, I actually don't care.
At least we make finals. Like
we made it to the final, and next year we're I don't care. I clip this up when we probably finish 15th in 2027. But next year we're a guaranteed 8th spot. But with Keon coming, bro, I'm so hyped. I am so hyped. Like this season, I'm very excited for the season. But suddenly it's like we kind of focused to 2027. Like it's I don't know. I'm so excited for 2027. But 2026, I think we'll finish 7th. I do.
Yep, and without looking at, I am looking ahead to Keon, but without looking ahead, I think we have high hopes for the year. I think there's some chances now with the draw we looked at before. There's definitely some games. If we take 2 of them from each team, there's definitely a chance we make the top 8. But that'll do it for the podcast. I want to thank Elijah and Julian for hopping on to the podcast. Thank you, boys. And if you haven't already, make sure to go like and subscribe. Make sure they get the subscriber count up, and also follow their page on Instagram. It's just the Saints podcast as it is on YouTube. They're almost on 1,000 there. So that's that from me. Any other words you boys got?
Having us on.
Thanks for having us on. Amazing. Great job. The effort that you put in, Billy, doesn't go unnoticed. But you're a legend, bro, with this rugby league roundup. And with the Mad Dragons podcast too. And
Yeah.
I said this during the pod, and if you guys haven't, make sure you guys chuck him a like, put your notifications on, so every single time Billy the Kid posts, you get that phone notification saying, "Oh, he's posted. Let me go watch it." I'll make sure you
Like that.
Like that. Exactly like that.
Great timing. Great timing. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. And yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cheers. Thank you, guys, and see you in the next video.
Up the Saints.
Up the Saints.
Ella.